Good evening, guys. Hello and welcome back once again to the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers in the Gt7 Championship. This is obviously Season 17, Round 5. We are here this week at Lago Maggiore in the foothills of Italy. And what a beautiful setting it is for this evening's racing. So we've got another 2 races for you this evening. Obviously the 15-minute sprint followed by the 40-minute endurance, which will obviously be 2 lap races, but they'll be round about that time limit. And coming into this round, we'll have a quick rundown through the standings. We've got Zico currently in first place with 139 points, followed by Javi in second place, that's Ramos, with 121. We've got Yannick in third with 105. Capel is in fourth with 85. We got Kep in fifth with 78. BX Royal is now in sixth place with 54 points. We've got Alessandro now in seventh with 51. Slim is in eighth with 45. We've got Carter in ninth with 38. Tied with Sam in 10th with also 38 points. We've got Racing Green in 11th with 28 points. We got Dino in 12th with 26. He's tied with Bada Big with 26 points. Senior Fack in 14th with 24 points. Tied with Tintin with 24 points. But then we got Tim in 16th with 17. Arukis in 17th with 17. Rayan in 18th with 11, and Los Blanco in 19th, with 3 points. The team standings, however, the GTR lads starting to run away with it. They're on 244 points, followed closely by the Ferrari with 166 points. So actually Ramos doing really well there. As he's, well, if Slim had been there for for week 3, and I think it'd be a lot closer between the Ferrari and the GTR, but yeah, GTR lads running away with it at the moment. Lamborghini Huracan currently in third with 104 points. We've got the Audi R8s in fourth with 96. Ford GT is in fifth with 89. We've got the Aston Martin V12 Vantage in sixth place with 57. The McLaren 650S in seventh with 55. We have the AMG in 8th with 50 points, the M6s in 9th with 41 points, and the Citroen in 10th place at the moment with 28 points. And I'll be back with you as qualifying starts. I'll just leave you on board with, in fact, Kep putting in the fastest lap in this practice session at the moment. We'll leave you on board with Kep for a minute. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So we've got Viking Dog in the lobby. Have we got a returning Viking Dog there? We had a new name in the name of Fracas, but I'm not sure he's... don't know if he's in this lobby or not. Oh, so Viking Dog actually in the Citroen with Racing Green, and we know that Viking Dog has got a couple of championships under his belt. He's taken a bit of a break. Is he back for good? We'll have to wait and see. But he could be a force to be reckoned with, and a very good teammate there for Racing Green. Triple promotion. Oh, so Fracas looks like he's had a triple promotion, maybe, or is he not? Oh no, okay, so Fracas has left the building. I'm guessing he wasn't supposed to be in this tier. Although he looked like he was doing a fairly respectable time, so maybe he'll find himself up here in a season or two. I think we had somebody was on a... oh, there we go. There's the signature Viking Dog spin over the line. Welcome along, EA. Nice to have you on board, buddy. Hope you're good. So, we've got Ramos on a 117.226. His teammate Coleman at the moment, Slim, who is the reigning Tier 1 champion as well. Defending champion, but I think he's actually I think he might be a reserve this season. Oh, I can't see his time there, but he's not. He was only 2 tenths off of his teammate. We've got Alessandro. Alessandro's got a little bit of time to make up. Only 6 tenths off of Javi at the moment. Tintin currently provisional 3rd in practice. Look at the gaps though. The gaps are very, very small. Oh, okay. Oh, welcome along then, dude. Nice to have you on board. Welcome to Aero League Racing. So yeah, the gaps are very, very close indeed in this practice session. Obviously, this is only practice. We'll go to qualifying at around about 8 PM. As always, so you've got a couple of minutes now to go and get a quick refreshment, have a quick toilet break, whatever you may need to do.
To get orientated with the best to every competitor, Anko, Alessandro and kept fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's some very, very fast dudes throughout all the tiers, to be fair, it has to be said. And very, very close racing indeed. And where is Zico? Wait, I thought I saw Zico in the room, but have we got no Zico this evening? Wait, surely Zico's not gonna take a week out. Not that he's got that lead now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's got a fairly sizable lead. Maybe he can afford to take a week out, possibly. But if anything goes wrong the next couple of rounds, with only 4 rounds to go, this one included, Ramos ain't that far behind. Javi could be up for another title. Already one under his belt. In fact, I imagine he's got a few under his belt, but one since I've been commentating for Tier 1 under his belt, that's for sure. And Slim there, obviously, as I say, reigning Tier 1 champion at the moment. He won last season, I believe. We're very, very close indeed, down to the wire. A Viking Dog, definitely with a few under his belt. Yeah, I think Viking Dog's definitely going to be one to watch in this, isn't he? So where is... have we got... there he is. So we have got Zico. Zico is here, looking to maintain that very nice lead he's got at the moment over the rest of the field in the standings. In the GTL, we've had the message there from BX Royal starting soon, so Qualifying will indeed commence shortly. So Ramos looking to improve on his previous time in practice. No, he's not, because we are now going into qualifying. He was up though, wasn't he? He was definitely purple there. Where is BX Royal? Oh, and BX Royal's not going to be the first one out of the pits. It's in fact Javi. He did this to me a couple of weeks back. BX, you naughty boy. We normally go on board with BX as it's tradition, because being the lobby host, he normally comes out before everyone else, but he's allowed the rest of the field out before himself. So Ramos will be the first person to finish a flying lap. Very technical track, this one, Lago Maggiore. I think we've got around 11 or 12 turns around this track. This little sector here can be one of the trickiest. And then the short run to the final hairpin. Also again, another corner that you can get a little bit wrong if you try and get on the power too early. It just wants to kick that rear end out. And again, if you stray onto the marbles once they start to appear, that can also unsettle the car. So Ramos on his first flying lap now. Down to second gear for turn one. He's going to keep it in third through two. Will he change up for three? No, in fact he goes down a gear for three. Oh, he drifts out a little bit wide there on the exit. Actually not picking up a penalty, so maybe that's going to be... I wouldn't want to stray out that far, to be honest myself, but maybe that's the line that Javi likes to take. That's maybe where he's finding his time. And again, maximising the curb on the exit of 4, or was that 5? Into 6 and 7. And 8, I believe. 9. On the run now to what would be Big Banky Boy, but we've actually got this final hairpin. And back onto the start finish. It's actually a fairly short lap, this one. There's going to be quite a few laps in the race this evening. A 1:17 as we saw in practice. That's what everyone's probably going to be doing around them times, 1:17. So how many laps are we going to see? It's going to be a few, isn't it? It's definitely going to be... one of the longer, or one of the more laps of the season so far. One of the shorter laps of the season. I think the only one really to rival would probably be Red Bull Ring. I'm not sure we've got that one this season. The Viking Dog, Slim, currently 1/10 off of his teammate there. Viking Dog currently provisional third place, but he's actually up by a 10th. Maybe able to close that gap to Coleman. Currently signed provisional third place with a 1:17.624. Then we've got Kep, only 1/100th off the back of Viking with a 1:17.635. Zico currently provisional 5th place. I reckon he can get more out of that GTR. 1:17.696 currently for the championship leader. Yannick currently provisional 6th in the second of the 2 GTR, so not far off of his teammate. And in fact, Zico improving up to 3rd place now. Just gets knocked down there by Viking Dog, up to 2nd. Go on, Viking Dog. So Viking will return to form there, only 1/10 off of Ramos. He's only 300s faster at the moment than Coleman. Coleman maybe coming up to finish it. No, he's starting another lap. Or coming up to the middle sector of another flying lap, which pushes Zico down into provisional 4th. Then we've got Racing Green now in provisional 5th. Kep in provisional 6th with a 17.635. Yannick 17.717. Carter 17.717. So yeah, no time at all between them two. BX Royal 17.826. Arukis 117.933. Alessandro currently provisional 11th. 118.028 for Alessandro. Tintin on a 118.031. Capel 118.185. Signor Fac 118.304. And then Sam, the first into the 119s. I think he'll improve on that though. I'm sure he's going to get into the 118s. I think maybe this final hairpin is the one that's causing him some of the issues. Yeah, he's got to be very tentative through there. That 4GT just wanted to light them rear tyres up, and he's actually going to peel into the pits now. So, Ramos is now on an out lap. Coleman is on a flyer. So yeah, Coleman currently on a flying lap. We've got a bit of a headwind coming down the straight, so that's not going to help the guys too much. They're going to get a bit of help from the wind behind on the approach to this final turn, but without Big Banky Boy, you don't really need to be picking up too much speed along there. We're just into this hard braking zone for the final hairpin. So Viking Dog's on an out lap, and I think Ramos is not far ahead of him. So yeah, in fact I lied. So Ramos will come up to start another flying lap, and Slim has just managed to close that gap up to 1/100 behind his teammate there. 0.018 is all that's in it between the two Ferraris. And Kep has managed to put the Lamborghini up into provisional 3rd place. Yannick having to take a wider line there so as not to try and hamper Kep too much. So I think he's on a flying lap once again. Viking Dog looking like he's on a fast lap now as well. Zico on an out lap. Racing Green. He's just starting a fast lap now, I believe, as well. 7.5 minutes now into qualifying. Obviously only 10 minutes. That's all the guys will get. Ralph's really making the most of the track limits there. Takes a really wide line into that left under the bridge. He's actually 5 tenths down on that lap. Zico's going to come across. Will Zico improve? And though he's on an out lap, he's just starting a flying lap now. We'll have a look at Zico for a minute. The current Tier 1 leader in the standings. Is he on for his first championship? At the moment, it looks like Ramos, maybe the guy is standing in his way. Ramos not far behind him at the moment in the standings. I think there's only about 20 or so points in it. I'll just get the, just have a look quickly. So there is, in fact, only 18 points separating Zico and Javi at this point. Zico has improved through that sector. Is it going to be enough? We've seen he's had phenomenal race pace though in that GTR, so maybe qualifying isn't scaring him too much, but then we have seen the GTR guys manage to get first and second in the last 2 rounds, I think it was. So Zico does improve, but only marginally. There's not a lot in it though, between that top 5. Zico only 1/10 off of the leader. He's only 1/10 off of pole at the moment. Is he going to get a chance to get another lap? I think he is. We'll come back to Zico. So currently we've got Ramos, Javi still with 1:17.224. Everyone is still yet to beat that. He's actually gone purple through that sector. That was the first sector. Coming through the midfield part of the track now. Actually see Zico not far behind now. He's actually 1/10 purple through the middle sector. What can he do? All he's got is the final hairpin now and the run to the start finish. What is Ramos' final lap going to be? And it's a 1:17.136. Zico not improving that time round. So it looks like we got Javi starting on pole with Slim to back him up in second place. Kep in third. Go on, Kep. Racing Green fourth. Is Racing Green going to improve? He's coming through the final turn now. He's got the slip of Carter up ahead. And he does, so improves up to third place. So that drops Kep into fourth. Viking will start in fifth. We've got Zico in sixth. Carter will start in seventh. Capel in eighth. Alessandro in ninth. BX in 10th. Tintin in 11th. Yannick in 12th. Arukis in 13th. Sinilfac 14th. And was that Sam I saw in the 15th? Yes, it was. So again, there is the results. Ramos on pole, Coleman in second, Racing Green third, Kep in fourth, Viking Dog fifth, Zico in sixth, Carter seventh, Capel in eighth, Alessandro ninth, BX 10th, Tintin 11th, Yannick in 12th, Arukis 13th, Sinilfac 14th, and Sam in 15th place. And I believe we are ready to race. So we're just waiting for the race to begin. We'll join the guys on track. Here we go. So this is season 17, round 5, Lago Maggiore. Ramos lines up on pole, with Slim there in second place. Racing Green in third. I think that Citroen has been very good off the line as well. And they're off. A little of the two Citroens getting a really good getaway there. Ramos still holds that first place. Slim covering off the outside there. That was great teamwork there from the Ferraris to keep the two Citroens behind. I think Racing Green dropping down the order now. Racing Green must have had an off. Viking Dog still sat right on the back of Coleman though. They're in third place. Kep in fourth. Zico fifth. Carter sixth. So where is? So yeah, Racing Green. What happened to Racing Green? Now 5.4 seconds off the rest of the field. He took a little while to get that car going again. Come on, Racing Green. He's actually got damage on the car too. Meanwhile, Ramos, 3/10 is the gap he has over Slim. His teammate there to back him up, the two Ferrari guys. And Viking Dog hot on their heels. So this sprint is going to be 12 laps. And then we've got Zico on the move up the inside into the final hairpin. He's going to get up the inside of Kep there. Kep is at risk. We've got Carter in the background there for 1.5 second penalty. Kep getting a bare exit. The GTR has to slot back in behind the Lamborghini. I think we just heard somebody at the barrier. Not sure who that was. Kep covers off the inside. Will Zico be able to go around the outside? And he actually does manage to get it done, but there's a tiny bit of contact. Zico finds the grass. That has slowed his momentum. Then we've got Capel out of nowhere, sliding up the inside there, trying to have a sneaky look up the inside, almost up the inside of Kep. They were side by side. They are still side by side. So this is the battle forming here for 5th place at the moment. I think Capel has actually managed to edge ahead. No, he hasn't. Kep holds that 5th place in the Lamborghini. We've got Tintin in the Mercedes AMG there in 7th place, waiting in the wings there as well. He wants to get a bit of the action. Capel now up the inside of Kep. They are side by side now. Capel looks like he's managed to get the move done. Kep going to be on the inside for the next part of the track though. The little Senna S is here. And they're still side by side, the R8 and Lamborghini. Absolutely cracking. Oh, I think there was no, you can't go 3 wide through there. And then we've got Rukis in the BMW almost creeping up there in the background as well. It's getting very heated in this top 5. Zico's made a place up into 4th. Tintin now in 5th. Capel looking to try and take that 5th place away from him. He's going to have to slot back into the slipstream. Tintin covering off the inside. Kep has dropped a little bit off the back of Capel now. Then we've got Rukis with a move on Alessandro up the inside there. Alessandro down to 9th place. Rukis up to 8th. We've got Sam now in 10th. Onto the back of his teammate there. Free to assist him. Signal Fac, I think, actually running into the back of Sam slightly there. That compromised him a little bit on the exit. We've got Yannick now in 12th. Yannick up the inside of Signal Fac. We've got overtakes going on everywhere, guys. So Signal Fac now in 12th place. Racing Greens managed to make his way back through to 13th. Carter now sat in 14th place after that penalty. And BX, what happened to BX? BX all the way down to 15th, and he's got a 4.9 second gap to deal with. So the Ferraris currently running away with it. Viking Dog looking like he's unable to stay on the back of him at the moment. Just outside of that slipstream range, I believe, for Viking Dog. Although he may have just crept up it. No, it has. Yeah, they have broke the toe now. But doing a good job in his return race in that Citroen. So currently sat in 3rd place. And Zico unable to bridge that gap up ahead to Viking Dog. Will he be able to do so as the race unfolds? Because obviously we're only 4 of 12, so maybe trying to save some of that soft compound. Does look like it is quite high tyre deg around here. So Tintin currently in 5th, sorry. Kep tries to go around the outside to take that 5th place away. Currently in 6th place for Kep. He's actually managed to find his way back past Capel as well. Capel's dropped down to 7th now. Tintin on the inside. And he gets the move done, but Kep looking for the switchback. And he does move back ahead momentarily, but Tintin's going to be on the inside for the Senna S's, but Kep keeps the position. Just kept the boot in there, around the outside, and yeah, kept that position. So Tintin back down to 6th place there. Capel back onto the back of Tintin in 7th. Alessandro 8th. Sam 9th. Yannick 10th. Rukis 11th. Signal Fac 12th. Racing Green almost catching up to him now. Who was that? What? Just, I think Yannick and Sam having a bit of a coming together. Oh no, Yannick and Alessandro. And Yannick, he's waited for him. That's great sportsmanship there from Yannick. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just, I think it was possibly a racing incident. Maybe Yannick just outbraked himself slightly, straight into the side of Alessandro there. Not really anything either one could do about it, but Yannick's done the sportsman-like thing and given the advantage back to Alessandro. And he's just going to write this sprint off. So we've still got the main race to come. But at the moment, Team Ferrari looking to try and score top points in this sprint. Obviously, they will be starting in 9th and 10th, or Ramos will start in 10th. Coleman starting 9th for the feature, if this is where they indeed finish. So Viking Dog are now 1.5 seconds off the back of the two Ferraris. Still looking very strong in the Citroen. And actually keeping that gap to Zico fairly consistent as well. It was around 2 seconds before, but it's still hovering. Yeah, still hovering around that mark, isn't it? So Zico still unable to start reeling Viking in. Kep. Kep's managed to find his way into 5th place now. Capel has moved through to 6th and Tintin now down to 7th. With Rukas there in 8th place, Sinyoff back in 9th. So the two BMWs, 8th and 9th. And the second of the two Citroens has managed to find his way back to 10th place now. So great recovery race from Racing Green in this sprint race. Alessandro and Yannick having a bit of a battle still. I think Yannick probably a little bit tentative now. I'm not going to try and send it. Although I think it was just genuinely it looked like he'd outbraved himself. Tender hooks now for Yannick. Carter still being challenged by Sam. That's unlucky Sam. Sam has lost a few positions now. Just managed to make his way through the field somewhat, hadn't he? BX Royal. I'm not sure what happened to BX. He must have had a moment somewhere out of coming together with someone. It looks like he's got damage on that car, on the Aston Martin. But even Stevens at the moment between the two Ferraris. Oh, big slide there from Coleman on the exit. He did well to hold on to that. And not losing too much time either. In fact, it doesn't look like he's lost any time to his teammate. Still 5 temps in it. Yeah, the two Ferraris currently running away with a sprint race. Viking Dog still there in 3rd place. Still unable to catch him, but still not losing any time to Zico behind in 4th. Which isn't going to help Zico too much. But it does look like, at the moment, Slim playing the team game, so it looked like he was gaining over Ramos through certain corners, obviously with the advantage of the slipstream, but choosing to sit behind him. I think he could have gone for a move a couple of times if he wanted to, but yeah, it's a great teamwork from these two guys. We've seen it so far this season from the GTR guys as well. They've worked really well together. At the moment, a little bit off pace with each other. It's looking like everybody's kind of settled down into their rhythms now. Not really too many moves being made. I don't think the gaps are close enough now. So Tintin, 7th place there, but Aruki is still not close enough to be able to challenge him. We may be in the next couple of turns. Racing Green now in 9th. He's dispatched the first of the 2 BMWs. Signor Fac, and Alessandro and Yannick. They've actually started to catch Signor Fac now. Oh, Alessandro got a little bit squirrely there on the exit. Yannick maybe having the run now around the outside there of Alessandro. Alessandro's going to hold the inside for the Cenareses, but no, Yannick does manage to edge ahead. Alessandro's still hot on his gearbox though. But Yannick managing to get it done, and he got it done cleaning that time. Carter picks up a 1.5 second penalty. He had one of them earlier on, and that is, yeah, it destroys your race, doesn't it? Race destroying penalty there for Carter. It's the second one he's had in this sprint race. Let's hope it doesn't carry on that form into the feature, because that could be a very long race for him indeed if it does. And BX Royal now into the pits. So maybe the Aston Martin suffering from adverse tyre wear, but I think, yeah, he's actually on par with the rest of the field as far as their tyre wear goes. Perhaps he's just retiring the car. No, he's not. He's back out. He's going to try and get fastest lap. He's going to try and take the fastest lap point away. So 2 laps to go. In fact, 1 and change. But no, it is 2 laps to go. As they come across the start-finish line, it'll be start lap 11. It looks like we've got some clouds. Or is the sun going down? Perhaps it's sunset around Lago Maggiore. It's getting very hazy out there indeed. Ramos has managed to eke out another 10th over Slim. Maybe Slim's just backed off a little bit. So Ramos not having to push for the final 2 laps. They don't need to anyway, they don't need to push now. Viking Dog 2.5 seconds off the back of him. And Zico, so that GTR suffering really badly with the tyre wear. The fronts are dying a bit of a death now. And that gap to Viking Dog, 4.2 seconds. He'll start in 6th. No, 7th even. Kep will start in 6th. So yeah, it looks like no noticeable battles really at the moment on track. The gap's still fairly even. Yannick and Alessandro still unable to get past. Oh, Alessandro goes for a move up the inside there on Yannick. Another Yannick just getting the bare exit though. Although Alessandro's still there on his inside. He's going to have the inside for the next turn. But Yannick sweeps around the outside, just has the better momentum into that turn there. Manages to keep 11th place for the minute. We're going to have to go on board with the race leaders. So Ramos is going to come along and take the checkered flag in the first race of the evening. Coleman takes 2nd place there. We got Viking Dog in 3rd. Zico manages to hold off Kep there. Kep catching him at the end. Zico takes 4th. Kep takes 5th. We got Capel coming home now in 6th place. Welcome along, Magneto. Racing Green will take 7th. We got Tintin now in 8th. Arukis in 9th. Almost Pip in 8th there. Signal Fact 10th. Yannick in 11th. Alessandro 12th. Carter in 13th. Sam will bring it home in 14th place. And BX Royal, is he on a fast lap now? Will he be able to take the fast lap in this final lap? Is that what he's gone for? No, he doesn't. So Coleman takes the fastest lap. BX finishes in 15th place. We missed what happened to BX. I don't know what happened there. Well, that was unfortunate. So in fact, we will have a quick look at the standings once again, and we'll work out the top 10 reverse grid. So Senior Fac will be starting on pole with Arukis in 2nd place. Tintin will start in 3rd with Racing Green in 4th, Capel in 5th, Kep in 6th, Zico in 7th, Viking Dog 8th, Coleman will start in 9th, Ramos in 10th, Yannick 11th, Alessandro 12th, Carter 13th, Sam 14th, and BX will start in 15th place for the feature. I think we're going to have a lobby reset possibly before a quick couple of minutes practice. Everybody tries out their tyre choices for the first stint. And there we go, as if by magic, we have a lobby reset. And it does look like there's clouds forming now around the track, so maybe we'll see some weather come into play in this feature race this evening. We had 12 laps in the 15-minute sprint. So 24, it's going to be around 34 to 36 laps, I believe. Why is the thing glitching out there? Just going out on track. Let's go on board with Sam for a minute. And yeah, you can definitely see it looks very dingy out there indeed. Be interesting to see what tyre choices everyone goes for. If we have got some weather forming, when is it going to fall around the track? And is it going to stay for very long? Sometimes we've seen the rain come and it just, you have a bit of a shower and then it goes again. Not really worth taking the wet tyres on. Can be a little bit of a gamble. So tyre choices. It looks like Viking Dog maybe going for the mediums, with Sam also favouring medium, Zico medium, Capel racing hards, Yannick mediums, Single Fat mediums, BX mediums, Javi softs, Alessandro mediums, Coleman mediums, Tintin mediums, and the rest of the field also on mediums. So only a couple of guys opt in for the hards, and in fact I think there was only one person. So yeah, we've got Capel.
Unfortunate race for me.
Alessandro, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, man. I don't think there was any like malice there, like Yannick like fully backed up. I think he just outbroke himself or something. I think he just missed his braking point and
Got murdered last corner.
yeah, I think we saw it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm sure you'll come back, mate. Like, it's been a rough season, though, hasn't it, for the Ford GTs? I think it's not one of the best. I think it's good. I think it's really good around some tracks, but then other tracks, it's struggles with the fast changing of direction. Becomes a little bit skittish.
There, I saw it. It happens. Hope you can have fun in this feature flex biceps.
Yeah, man. Kep looked really strong, didn't he? In the in the sprint race. Obviously the two Ferraris have got to try and make their way through the field now from 9th and 10th. That's going to be a long race for BX. We've had the message there from BX starting soon. And yeah, sorry, welcome along Magneto, hope you're doing well, buddy. I did see your message pop up. I was trying to obviously get the finishing orders there. Oh, Zico having a bit of a moment. Oh, he's actually doing some donuts. Getting some temperature into them tyres. Oh, Cap. Shenanigans aplenty. What is that camera angle? Not too sure. Excuse me. Apologies. I wasn't quick enough with the mute button there. So we've got a rolling start, as always, in this feature race. We're going to be on board with Senior Fat coming down to turn 1 because obviously he's going to be leading the pack down to turn 1. We've actually got 31 laps. Zico unleashing his inner Dominic Toretto. Yeah, I think so, Magneto. So here we go, they are off. We totally missed the klaxon there. But it looks like Senior Fat getting quite a good start there. Everybody still in an orderly queue. A train forming now throughout the field. So Senior Fat there in first place, Aruka second, Tintin third. Maybe at risk of losing that place to Racing Green. Racing Green starting to size up a move on the third place driver, the AMG Mercedes of Tintin. And Arukis now takes the lead away from Senior Fat. Senior Fat down to second place. And in fact, Racing Green has managed to get past Tintin now. Racing Green up to third place. Is he going to start to challenge now the BMWs up ahead? We can see Kep now in 5th. Zico is there in 6th. We've got Viking Dog in 7th place. And 2 Ferraris in the background there and a bit of a ding-dong. Capel there in 7th place. 8th place, sorry. Ramos there now in 9th. And in fact, that's compromised Coleman. Coleman out down to 11th place as Yannick gets alongside. He's going to have the inside though for the final turn. In fact, they're almost 3 wide through the final turn. That's never going to work. But Ramos up to 8th now, Coleman back into 9th there, but he has got Capel on his inside as they approach turn 1 for the second time in this feature race. Capel trying to keep his nose in, and eventually Coleman manages to keep that 9th place. Capel there in 10th now. Oh, Yannick, I think that was Zico actually. Yannick under the attention of Carter and Alessandro. Alessandro up the inside now of Carter. Carter tries to keep it around the outside. He's got the inside for the next part of this chicane. Center S is somebody off up ahead. Who was that? It was Arukis. Arukis, no! Arukis down to 15th now. Racing Green up into the lead of the race. He's passed Senior Fat, he's passed Tintin. And it was Arukis. Arukis was in the lead, wasn't he? There wasn't any contact between these two. I hope not. Can't really speculate too much. We just saw a car coming off, so yeah, not sure what happened. But Racing Green 3 tenths over the sister BMW. Senior Fact there in second place. Tintin trying to hold on to that third for dear life. He's under the attention now of Kep all over his gearbox with Zico there as well. Zico hot on his heels, and you can see the 2 Ferraris not far behind. They've got a Viking Dog to get past though before they can start to try and attack the top 3. I look like Racing Green trying to pull away a little bit now away from the rest of the field. He's got a really good first and second corner there. A really good exit out of that first turn into turn 2, into turn 3. He's actually managed to break the toe almost. And he has, in fact, managed to break the toe now. So Senior Fac now 9 tenths off the back of Racing Green. Still ahead, though, of Tintin as Kep has a look up the inside in the Lamborghini. The Mercedes, a little bit wide through turn 4, I think that is. And Zico now trying to put the thumb screws onto Tintin up ahead. Tintin had a bad couple of corners, didn't he? Lost that position to Kep. Kep up into third, and Zico trying to have a look up the inside now into the final turn. And he gets it done. Plenty of space given there. It was a great move there from Zico. Tintin just left the door open. Tintin down to fifth now. What can he do? Has he got an answering move? Looks at the inside now, Zico. Not quite close enough, it looked like that time. As that train of cars forming behind him now, he's a bit of a rolling roadblock, isn't he, to Viking Dog and Ramos and Coleman, not far behind. Zico now looking to try and get onto the back of the top three. Kep has a look up the inside of the BMW with Senior Fat gets it a little bit wrong. Has he got a better exit though? Looking for the switchback now. Maybe he has. He's alongside Kep once again, but Kep's going to over the inside for the center S. Senior Fat's going to have to do something special here. But Kep keeps that position up into second now for Kep in the Lamborghini. Can he start to try and reel in Racing Green up ahead in the Citroen? So Racing Green now have a 2.1 second lead over the field. He's actually got a fastest lap on lap 3 of a 1:18.469. Kep up into second place. Sinil Fak keeping him honest though, still on his gearbox there for Sinil Fak. Sinil Fak looking like he's found pace in these last couple of rounds. He had a bit of a shaky opening start to the season, didn't he? But looking like he's found his pace once again. The Project Platypus driver. Zico trying to make a move. Not quite enough room to be able to get it done, so he's found himself back on the bumper. Sinil Fak tries to keep his nose in once again through 3. On the approach now to 4. Kep with a bit of breathing space. 9 tenths over Sinil Fak now. Zico follows the line there. Sinil Fak thought he may have gone for a move up the inside, but chooses not to. You can still see second place Kep not too far ahead. Racing Green has scampered off into the... Oh, you can just see him going through the left-hander. We see him through this next shot. Yeah, just going through the right-hander, and he's disappeared again. So it's a shame to not see Big Banky Boy feature in this race. But I think that's a different variation of the Lago Maggiore track. So Zico closing up onto the rear bumper of Sinil Fak once again. Under braking, he's just better on the brakes, isn't he? Very, very good on the brakes, Zico. He always has been. We've seen that. It's always been a feature. But still unable to find his way past Sinil Fak. Tintin, 7 tenths. Still picking up the slipstream of Zico. Is Zico going to have a look at the inside this time round? No, he thinks better of it. We'll come back to this battle in a second. So Tintin there in 5th place, still doing a grand job of keeping the gap consistent. Back to Viking Dog. And Viking Dog, look at him go. He's having none of it. He knows that he's got Ramos and Slim sat behind him, but he's not giving anything up. He is, yeah, doing a good job of keeping the 2 Ferraris behind him. I think both Ramos and Slim are going to be itching to try and get past him, but look at him go. He makes that Citroen as wide as he possibly can, just leaves no room for anyone to try and have a look at the inside, doesn't leave the door open. In fact, looking like he was sizing the move up on Tintin as well. He's going to have to get it done soon, I think. Oh, Sinil Fak always getting it a little bit wrong there. It looked like Zico almost into the back of him. Has Viking Dog slightly been compromised here though? Unable to find his way past Tintin. The two Ferraris pushing each other along now. And Ramos still unable to get the move done. I thought we was going to see it there. Maybe looking for the better exit now, looking for the switchback. But no, Viking Dog still. And what have we seen here? So Zico is up now into third place. Sinil Fak is down to fourth. We got Viking Dog getting the move done now on Tintin. A little bit forceful, but he got it done. It looks like Tintin losing that position out to Ramos. It looked like Ramos very forceful there as well. Tintin getting a little bit bullied out there. Is he going to lose that position to Carter? Carter moving up the inside now, is he? Oh no, it's all gone. It's all gone to pot for Tintin. He's lost like four positions in a couple of corners. Come on, Tintin. And he does actually manage to get back past the McLaren of Carter, so back up into 8th place there for Tintin. Yannick's trying to get in on the action there as well, up the inside there of Carter. But has to concede the position because Carter's got the inside for this next turn. Tiny puff of smoke there, it looked like from Yannick's car. Alessandro currently in 11th place. He's having a bit of a shocker in this round. This track really not suiting the 4GT. Then we have BX trying to salvage some points in the feature, currently in 12th place. Then we got Sam 13th, Arukis all the way down in 14th, and Capel in 15th. Racing Green having a good run of it at the moment. But look at them mediums. We're only on lap 8 of 31, and them mediums starting to look a little bit second hand already. And Kep is starting to well, he has started to close that gap, I believe. Kep looking absolutely rapid at the moment in that Lamborghini. The Italian stallion. Zico now up to third. Can he try and reel in? Second place Kep and first place Racing Green. Oh, who's that? Sinil Fak all the way down to 7th now, as the Ferraris managed to make their way through. He's actually side by side at the moment with Coleman, but I think Coleman's going to get it done. He's on the inside, but it's next turn 4. Sinil Fak maybe drifting a little bit wide out onto the grass there. Compromised him a little bit. So Viking Dog still ahead of the two Ferraris. Definitely giving them a run for money in this feature race. The roles have been reversed. It was the other way around before, wasn't it? Unable to keep on the back of the two Ferraris and had to settle for third. I wonder when we're going to see the first pit stops come. I think everybody looking fairly comfortable out there at the moment. I don't think they're going to be running the fuel down as low as they can, because I think them tyres are just going to be shredded. See everyone looking like they're just under sort of 3/4 of a tank now. Some noticeable gaps starting to form throughout the field. So Tintin now down to 8th place. Sinil Fak's managed to get past him. He's going to come under the attention of Carter soon. Carter actually setting the fastest lap on lap 4 of a 1:18.051. He is on racing softs though, so I think he's going to set off the chain reaction of pit stops. He's going to be one of the first ones to pit. Alessandro not far behind him on the mediums. So who has opted for softs in the first round? Capel was on hards. Arukas now in 15th, he's on mediums. So Racing Green, and Kep has brought that gap down. It was around 1.6, it's now down to 1.2. Kep really putting the work in at the moment. Can he smell a winner in the Lamborghini? You never know. Watch this space. Obviously, we know how fast Racing Green is in that Citroen. We have seen it so far this season. I don't think he's managed to get a win in it, but he's been very, very quick. Zico still 3.4 seconds off the back of Cat. Still with a nice bit of breathing space over Viking Dog. And Viking Dog still keeping them Ferraris at bay. The Ferraris still unable to find a way past them. Try what they might. The Viking Dog having an absolute perler in his return round. Great to see him back on track again. So Slim and Ramos, they both managed to make up a few positions, but they've been unable to find a way past Viking Dog, and it actually looks like he's managed to break the toe. They're really going to have to start trying to work together to try and reel him back in. We may see the bump draft come into play, you never know. So we go to two Ferraris, 5th and 6th. Signal Fact still holds that 7th place to Tintin in 8th. Alessandro and Yannick. It's a repeat again. They're having a ding dong once again, 9th and 10th. BX Royal now in 11th. Capel 12th. Sam 13th, Arukas 14th, and Carter has finally pitted. He's taken on a fresh set of mediums. How long will the mediums take him into the race? And he's actually put fuel on as well, I think. I'm not sure if that would have been the tactic I would have employed. He must have been around half a tank, so I think this is going to be a 2-stop. I don't think the mediums can go to the end from lap 13. I think you're going to struggle, or you would struggle, to get him to the end from, well, lap 12, wasn't it? I think it was lap 12 that Carter pitted. So I think he may be on for a 2-stop, and I think if the 2-stop is on the cards, you probably don't want to take on fuel on the first stop. Probably want to keep that half tank, and take on a set of mediums, and run the mediums till you run that tank down, and then obviously pit and stick a second set of mediums or a set of hards. I'm not sure if it's 2 compounds that have to be used, or you have to use all 3 if you do a 2-stop. Or maybe even back onto the softs. However, Racing Green has managed to find a little bit more grip. He's managed to create a couple more temps over Cap in 2nd place. So 2 Ferraris now peeling off into the pits. Obviously, we saw Zico peeling early, didn't he? Going for the undercut. So the Ferraris trying to cover that off. I thought we may have seen a chain reaction come from the 2 Ferraris pitting, but Viking Dog, favouring track position, moves up to 3rd. Signal Fact still there, 4th. Alessandro now in 5th. BX is up to 6th place. And then we got, oh my God, 5 cars are not going to go into turn 1, and it looks like the 2 Ferraris managing to come out ahead of Zico, so the undercut not working in Zico's favour. In fact, Zico and Sam having a bit of a battle now. Zico on the inside, he's going to get that position. He's up to 9th now, free to try and chase down the 2 Ferraris ahead. Sam in 10th, Arukas now 11th, Tintin in 12th, Yannick in 13th, Carter now 14th with Capel in 15th. Racing Green stays out once more. it's actually looking like, even though they're going to be very second-hand mediums, it's not phasing him too much. He's still keeping it very consistent out there. He has lost around a second off of his lap times though. He's on a 1:19.337 now. His previouses were all 1:18s. I think we're going to see another 1:19 in this lap, or on this lap. Keeping that gap consistent to Kep though, that's crucial. Kep had started reeling him in. I thought he was going to creep into that slipstream distance, into the suck zone, and then start to be able to size up and move. When are these guys going to decide to pit? But they've got a 4.2 second lead over Viking Dog in third place. And he's got a lovely bit of breathing space over Sinil Fak, now 7 seconds. And Sinil Fak doing really well to make them tyres last as long as he has. Under the attention now though of Alessandro. Alessandro looking quick indeed on them dying mediums. Maybe it's the lack of fuel in that car now. And he has a look up the inside into turn 4. Looks like Sinil Fak with the better momentum at the moment. Can Alessandro get a better exit? No, Sinil Fak still ahead. But Alessandro looking very quick at the moment in that slipstream. Are we going to see another attempt into the final turn? He's up along the inside now. And he does. That was a great move there from Alessandro. Up into 4th place now. Sinil Fak down to 5th. And Sinil Fak is going to peel off into the pits. So Ramos and Slim, there's 2 Ferraris now up to 5th and 6th. They've managed to dispatch BX Royal, who is now the hurdle ahead of Zico, who's trying to get onto the back of the 2 Ferraris. Zico now in 8th place. But he is closing very fast indeed onto the back of BX, who is still yet to pit. Well, it looks like BX actually moved over for him there. Oh, BX, Zico, a little acknowledgement there. Thank you, BX. Little flash of the hazard lights. A little acknowledgement for not holding him up too much. Although BX wasn't, he wasn't under any constraints there. He could have just sat on the racing line, still fighting for track position. But he knows, doesn't he? I think he knows that Zico trying to fight for his first championship in Tier 1. And I think he knows what it would mean to the GTR driver. Who has still got another 3 rounds after this one though. And I think the gap at the top is going to be very close indeed. Going into round 6. BX still yet to pit, so he's going for a very, very long one on this first stint. Will we see him pit this lap? We'll have to wait and see. Tintin also still out on very heavily warm racing softs. Is that Tintin's second set of tyres? Was he on mediums before? I know Arukis was on softs, wasn't he? So Yannick now in 8th place. He has pitted. But as I was touching on before, he hasn't fueled the car up. He's actually he's kept that half tank or whatever he went into the pits with. As Racing Green gets the move done, there was a tiny bit of contact on the exit. Actually compromised Racing Green a little bit. Yannick back up into 8th place. But kept now in on the action as well. He's seen what's going on up ahead. He wants to take advantage of this situation. And he is up the inside now of Racing Green. Racing Green looking like he's going to lose that position. He will surely be picking up the slipstream of Yannick up ahead. And in fact, not losing that position, yes, Yannick still in 8th place. We got Racing Green there in 9th with Kep. Trying to take that 9th place away from him in 10th. Racing Green and now on Racing Hard. He's looking for the one stop. He's going to be looking to take them hard to the end of the race. Kep also on Racing Hard. Oh, Kep going really deep onto the marbles. Looking for the better exit. Not quite getting it though. Arukis still yet to pit. Is he going to manage to find his way through to the final? I think he's got enough on board there, isn't he? He's going to have to pit at the end of this lap though. Carter was the first into the pits. Now in 12th. Sam 13th. Capel 14th. Sinofak all the way down in 15th now. And Viking Dog, you'll like to hear me say this, is your race leader. But he is still yet to pit. Very heavily warm mediums and not a lot of fuel left on that Citroen at all. I'll be surprised if he doesn't pit this time, and he does, of course, pit. So Ramos on racing softs. He's going to be going for the 2-stop, it would seem. Up into the lead of the race with his teammate there in 2nd place. Zico moves up into 3rd now. So yeah, the fuel indicator just come on there for Coleman. So Zico has actually opted for the mediums. He's going to be going for the overcut this time. He's definitely doing better on fuel as well, isn't he? So them mediums he'll be able to take for a lot longer than the 2 Ferraris up ahead on the softs. And he's definitely got a couple more laps left in the tank as well, hasn't he? Interesting. It's definitely interesting stuff. So we've got Ramos now with the fastest lap, 1:17.216. And into the lead of the race, obviously, with his teammate there, backing him up in 2nd place, but he is going to have to pit once again. We may see it come at the end of this lap. In fact, no, he's stayed out. Coleman stayed out as well. Zico obviously staying out. Yannick, Zico's teammate, now up into 4th place. The 2 GTRs, 3rd and 4th. Racing Green holding off Kep now in 5th. And Racing Green has definitely got enough fuel and tyres to take him to the end of the race. On that hard compounded tyre. Obviously the guys that are going for the 2 stops are going to be on faster compound, aren't they? Kep also still there in 6th, unable to find his way past Racing Green at the moment. I think they will move ahead of the guys that are still going to have to pit on the two-stop strategy, but I'm not sure. I think they may be sitting ducks in the last couple of laps. It's going to be very spicy indeed, as the guys on the faster compound start to catch them. I think we're going to see them on mediums, or indeed softs. Sakada, and there we go. Ramos and Coleman are now into the pits. Zico will move through to take the lead of the race. But as you can see there, if he doesn't pit for tyres, he's definitely going to have to put fuel in that car. He's still got a pit stop yet. How much of a gap can he create over the two Ferraris? He has got his teammate there now in second place, 9.4 seconds off the back of him, to try and hold the Ferraris up as much as he can. But he will still have to pit as well. And in fact, I think it's definitely going to be the end of this lap for Yannick. Will Zico get another lap out of that car? It might be the end of this lap for Zico as well. He might have to pit at the end of this lap. So Racing Green is surely going to move up into the lead of the race. And Kep will move up into second place. And is Zico in? So Zico is into the pits now. So get rid of them worn medium compact. Or is he going to get rid of the more warm mediums? And yeah, Yannick in as well. So Racing Green does move up into first place. Kept into second. Where are Zico and Yannick going to come out? The two Ferraris have just passed them. And it looks like Zico has left the pits. And he's in 8th place now behind Capel. A Racing Green and Cap having a fantastic race at the moment. The Brave one stop. I remember once upon a time it wouldn't have been possible because the hards were just absolutely terrible. But I think they've definitely improved the tyre model. The hards have now become a viable tyre. Kept looking comfortably just sitting behind Racing Green at the moment. So maybe he's trying to save some tyres for the final stages. Viking Dog is now 3.3 seconds off the back of Kep. He's on racing softs. But they're going to die a bit of a death soon. They're not going to, well, they probably will go to the end of the race, but they're not going to feel very clever at all. Carter on very worn racing mediums now in 4th place. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Carter stopped again, because he did pit very, very early indeed. Ramos's tyres looking good. He's onto the back of Carter now. In 5th place is Ramos. His teammate back there in 1.9 seconds off the back of him in 6th place. As Ramos goes for a move up the inside now through the final turn, through the final chicane. Hairpin. Carter trying to fight back. But the Ferrari too quick along the straights. In fact, Carter's tyres probably feeling a little bit worse for wear now. He's going to come under the attention of Coleman soon. Slim. Slim also on the racing softs. Has Slim got enough fuel in that car? They must have. Yeah, 26 or 30. Yeah, they must have enough fuel. Zico, currently 7th. Is he going to be able to salvage a few more positions? I think Carter may be a potential because his tyres are going to die a bit of a death. He just needs to try and break that gap to Coleman up ahead. 5.7 seconds at the moment. Under no threat from Alessandro though in 8th place. Alessandro 5 seconds off the back of Zico. He's got Capel for company there in the R8. Capel 7/10 off the back of Alessandro at the moment. Takes a little bit of a wide exit there. Then we have Yannick and Senior Fak 10th and 11th. BX Royal now in 12th. He's coming under the attention of the AMG of Tintin. In fact, looking like Tintin. Tintin's thinking about sending it, isn't he? He's trying to size up a move. Very close indeed through turn 1. BX Royal just opening the door ever so slightly. Tintin has managed to find his way through. BX fights back on the exit around the outside. Tintin going to have the inside for turn 4. And finally gets the move done. But BX maybe... Can he try for the switchback? No, Tintin's covered it off, but BX trying to look for the inside on the entry to the Center S's. And he gets the move done there. So BX with a great return move to retake that 12th place. Tintin, he's going to have to do it all over again. I think we may see these two swapping places now until the end. BX covers off the inside. Tintin's getting shown the long way round. What can he do around the outside? Almost manages to get it done. Side by side. No, he's got to slot back behind. And now BX will surely cover off the inside into turn 1. And he doesn't. Tintin trying to be later on the brakes there. He's managed to get it alongside, but BX is going to have the inside for this one. Oh, that's turn 2 there. So this will be 3. And 4. So the one I've been saying this for is in fact 5. I said it before, didn't I? We're going to have to do counting with Vexed. And Tintin again up the inside into 5. A BX with a better exit gets the switchback done. He's going to be ahead, isn't he? Coming into the Center S's surely. No, Tintin on the inside there. Still side by side. Great defending there by Tintin. As I say, I think these two are probably going to be fighting up until the end, and that is going to bring Arukis into play in the BMW. Sam, I think, has had a moment somewhere. He's on very heavily worn softs as well. But Kep and Racing Green, the battle for first place has started to heat up now. And the two Ferraris have also got onto the back of Viking Dog in 3rd place. Can Viking Dog keep Javi at bay? We've seen a battle between these two before. But the battle at the moment is between Racing Green and Kep for 1st place. We can see the battle for 3rd in the background there. So it's currently looking like the one stop, looking like the stronger strategy at the moment. Let's look at that gap. But the gap back to Viking Dog is now only 1.4 seconds. That was around 3, I think, last time we checked, so and that was only a lap or so ago. But them softs are going to come to the end of their life expectancy very shortly. Viking Dog comes off the inside. Ramos is trying to find a way to get the move done. He's going to have to try and look for the switch back on the exit, and I think he's managed to get it done that time around. Is he ahead? He's going to have to keep the booting, isn't he, through the centre exit, but no, Viking Dog going to keep that position, is he? Ramos going to find himself on the outside once again. Slim wants to be the action as well. The two Ferraris have now come to try and tag team Viking Dog. Viking Dog receives a bit of contact. Oh no, he's out onto the grass. The two Ferraris have managed to find their way through, but that was very aggressive indeed. I don't think they meant for it to look quite so aggressive, but through that chicane there wasn't a lot of room at all, and Viking Dog finding himself a little bit of a pinball there. We're now into the final lap. What can Kep do against Racing Green? Can Racing Green hold on to the lead of the race? He's only got a matter of corners to do so. So we're probably into the final minute of this race now. Absolutely cracking stuff, it looks like, from these two drivers at the moment. Racing Green and Cap, the only two, I think, to attempt the one stop, and it looks like it's paid off for them. But we have got a charge in Ramos, not far behind in third place. But we're coming through the final hairpin now. And he has done just enough in the feature race there to take the checkered flag. Racing Green takes first place. GG's Racing Green. Kep takes second. Go on, Kep. Ramos finishes in third. Coleman in fourth. Viking Dog in fifth place. Zico will take sixth. Carter's going to bring it in seventh. Then we've got Alessandro. Alessandro comes home in eighth place. Yannick will take ninth. Capel running out of fuel there, just at the line. Sinil Fak will take 11th. We got Tintin in 12th place. BX going to take 13th. Arukis takes 14th. And then Sam, wham to Sam, last but not least. He's on a bit of a glory lap. Just having a bit of a Sunday drive out there at the moment, Sam. Letting us appreciate the beauty that is the Ford GT. And here he comes now. He's going to bring it home in 15th place. Last but not least, well, GG's lads. That was round 5, Lago Maggiore. And Racing Green taking a surprising win there in the feature race. GG's, mate. That was absolutely cracking stuff. You and Cap, I think they were the only two guys to try the one stop, and it paid off for them. So we had Racing Green first place, Cap in second, Ramos third, Coleman fourth, Viking Dog fifth, Zico finished in sixth, Carter seventh, Alessandro eighth, Yannick in 9th, Capel in 10th, Sinil Fak 11th, Tintin in 12th, BX in 13th, Arukis 14th, and Sam finished in 15th place. But it was a good couple of races once again, wasn't it? Testament to the Tier 1 drivers. So, what have we got next week? So in fact, I can't find the... Where is the damn calendar? There we go, GT calendar. So next week we are in fact at Dragon Trail Seaside once again. The Chicane of Death will be a feature, so hopefully you'll all join us then. I hope you all enjoyed the stream once again and the racing. Thank you, Alessandro. Well, hope you come back again next week, buddy. Have a better race. You got the Seaside next week, so that's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? How does the full GT handle the Chicane of Death? We'll have to wait and see for that one. Oh, there was a BOP change this week as well. That's gonna hinder some of the cars, isn't it? I used to hate that when I was racing in GT leagues because you'd have a really solid car at the start of the season, you get hit with a BOP change, and yeah, it'd make the car a dog. I digress. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and we will be back again, same time, same place next week. This has been the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers in the GT7 Championship. This was round 5. I've been your boy Vexed. Good night.